Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Guys, this video is titled, Stepdads Are Treated Like an ATM Machine. Part 1. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now, let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her and her mother been talking about doing.
Right.
Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off.
So this man's obviously frustrated because the daughter wants the biological father to walk her down the aisle. Now, when people talk about how being a stepdad is an awful deal, they're probably talking about this guy.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Already, there's so much he said right here that would drive most men crazy. And I've never gone against men being stepdads personally. I've just always said, you're probably not going to get the same amount of appreciation that you'd expect. Let's listen to more of his story.
And then she'd be heartbroken, but she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they could have it in my home.
Right.
The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people.
Right.
And you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement.
He did say girlfriend right there, so he may not be in too deep. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the common law, where he lives, etc. Of course, I'm talking about why doesn't he leave? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are you in this situation? You're paying for the tuition. You're doing all this stuff, which would be great, but they sound thankless. And this just didn't start now, guys. Trust and believe people who are acting like this have been acting like this, which puts the spotlight on this man's own perception and value of himself. Let's keep watching.
So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about?
Right.
Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people is a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there.
Hey, man, this man is disrespected in his household. This just turned into a comedy. At first, I was going to seriously analyze this. I just realized this is a comedy. Hopefully it's fake. What?
Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. This you going to say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what?
Wait. So your girl runs your house?
Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitations that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later.
She's not over that guy. There's no way, man. She's not over that man. And I'm talking about this man's girlfriend who has been playing stepdad for, I think, a decade, right?
I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? look cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up.
Okay, so guys, the video cuts right there. This is some crazy shit. Of course, this coffee is undrinkable. We cannot drink this coffee. It is too hot, even for myself, man. So are there good stepfathers out there? Yes. Might he have been one of them? Yes. Now, are you going to be shown appreciation in this position? In a lot of cases, the answer is no, right? In a lot of cases, the answer is no. This right here is almost laughable that it's so sad. How is it that this man's girl and his stepdaughter just feel so comfortable disrespecting him to this level? This has to do with the man. This has to do with the man. This has to do with who that man is. The lack of demanding that respect for what he's doing, right? Somebody simps when they get an unfair exchange of value. I heard somebody use that example. I'm trying to remember where I heard that from. For example, this right here is a perfect example. You are financially supporting your family, your step family, your girl, putting her daughter through college. And what do you get? Public humiliation.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And I know I don't want to shit on this guy too much, but kind of thankful that he's actually sharing this story. I hope it's not real, because this is just sad. But the reality is this happens all the time, man. This happens all the time. This comes down to men out here who just don't understand their worth. Yes, we're going to use one of those women phrases. Understand your worth out here, man. Don't put yourself in these types of situations. This is a headache. You've invested years. Money's not as easy to come by, and you're investing it into people who don't even show you respect. Very, very unfortunate. And the real dad, who we don't know, but I'm thinking Pookie, right, has done absolutely nothing but bust her cheeks.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I think I'll take a tea, actually. Let's read a few of these comments. First comment here from a woman says, why didn't he and her mom get married? That's a good question. Maybe he's smarter than he paints himself to be in this situation, because that's a good thing. And the creator who posted this video says, wait for part 2. And yes, I'm going to be playing part 2 for you guys. Another comment here reads, don't pay for it. So this guy's just like, hey, just don't pay for it. Another commenter here says, I know why they're doing this. He's not married to the mama. Although he paying for everything, him and the mama not married yet. So because he's not married to her, she can't reciprocate respect. No, he's doing this because unfortunately, this gentleman has not set the type of frame in his household that demands respect fairly. I'm not talking about being a dictator and he has to say I'm running everything because I pay for everything. No. But they're not even giving him a little bit of the guests that he wants to show up to the wedding, which is crazy. Here's another comment from another woman that says, so sorry this happened to you. Another comment here says, that is so wrong. You're not wrong, not at all. Let her father pay for everything. Your 20 people should have been invited to the wedding. Just know you are. Here's another comment from another woman that says, let them find and fund a venue. So she's just like, hey, forget about the whole thing. That's her idea. Wedding dress, she says, wedding cake, honeymoon, all of it. Her mom thinks you're a mark, she says, aka simp. And she goes on to say, not her man, 100%. Here's another commenter that says, sounds like his girlfriend took him for a ride to empty his bank. Here's another commenter that reads, I feel like it's his own fault because he's not putting his foot down, especially since he's paying for everything. He does have a lot of fault to play in this situation. And these type of situations where you're this deep usually cannot be corrected. They have to be left alone. As in, you as a man have to walk away. You have to walk away from a type of situation like this, because the way you start predicts everything. If you started strong and they know, they're kind of messing up, that's different. But from the way this looks like this has been the case as far as the disrespect. Next, guys, we're going to watch part 2 on the next video I publish. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on so that you guys don't miss part 2 about how exactly the whole thing went. As always, I appreciate you all for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.